Hey, what is going on, guys? It's Crimson Pharaoh, and today I'm going to be talking about the Underworld and some teams you can use to get through it, some strategies you can use to get all the way to level 50 and clear level 50. As you can see here, I'm only level 29, and I have cleared all the way through the Underworld. So a lot of the issues that you're going to have in the Underworld are gonna be probably related to either getting burned or poisoned. And when you get burned or poisoned on your team, you're gonna want to use the other units that you have in the Underworld with you. And like, as long as you use units that are not burned or poisoned, the ones that are, they're not going to get affected unless they counter. If they counter, they will. But just if something gets burned or poisoned, use something else. And I'll show you guys my team too for that. And how I went about making my team, why I have what I have. Yeah. And another thing too is maybe you're getting stuck on a stage where you get slept, frozen, stunned, or shocked. And then for that, just do what you can. Having a good partner skill, like I use Venomyotismon, and he is going to do big damage to two enemy Digimon. And in Underworld, it's really good to have that. So basically, I have Hyandramon for the defense increase and the extra shocks and the block rate increase that he gives to the team. And I did the same from floor 21 to 50. I did the exact same skill turn order for every stage. With some variation when I got poisoned or burned. So I always started with Hyandermon's sub-skill to get the defense increase on the entire team, and then I would use Venomyotismon's main skill to hit 2 enemies. I'd use Boltmon's main skill to hit 2 enemies, and at that point, if I needed to, I would use Boltmon's burn skill. But if you have enough damage on them, and it doesn't have to be these two, you can use Minervamon. There's I don't know the name of it. There's like a samurai looking Digimon that you can use. You can use ultimates. You can use stuff like Groundermon. This is Quartermon. He's only an ultimate only a champion right now. Pumpkinmon, everybody has. You can use him. He's good for AoE damage. I think he does a sleep as well. Yeah, he can sleep 3 enemies, and the most you're gonna fight in the Underworld is 3 enemies per wave. Increases block rate too, so he's great. If you're on a tech team, he's better. What else is pretty much free? I mean, as long as you go through the Piedmon thing, you can use him. He hits 2 enemies, so he's going to be a lot like your Boltmon / Venomyotismon. He increases his own damage, can put blind on the enemies. Another skill that hits 3. So he's gonna do pretty decent damage as well, because it's not an AoE. Because of this pinpoint rate, he's most likely going to hit the enemy with the lowest health and finish them off, which is pretty good in Underworld. So that's these two. They're replaceable, but I do like them because the passive that he brings, Boltmon has a crit rate passive, and and Venomyotismon has. I wish I could, like... Okay, there. His passive skill increases his own counter rate. I mean, it does this other thing for Brave Allies too, but the big thing is the counter rate, so he's going to be hitting the enemy targets more than a lot of your other heroes will. He's just got good skills. I just like Venomyotismon a lot. War Greymon. Pretty much everybody should have War Greymon too, because you can go through his banner and get him guaranteed. You get a member of his chain. If you don't have him, you might have Metal Garurumon, which you can also use. If you don't have him, I guess you could go for Air Vidramon, which he turns into. You could use, he turns into like Macgamon or something, Macgaomon, which I think he's pretty good too. Single target, you could use Rise Greymon for single target damage. He's basically here to finish up his, I can use his sub-skill if there's one enemy left with low health, below 50% health. To finish that up, I can use his main skill. He's more tanky than most of the, like, him and High Underrun are the most tanky on the team. So he's able to stay alive and use his main skill to clean up an enemy in the third wave. He's pretty good at cleaning up. Sequoiamon I use for the AoE defense break, and then the tech down if you have a Metal Garurumon stage. Typically the other two Digimon with him in the third wave are going to be tech as well, so you can use that main skill to decrease their damage and get through the final wave of the Underworld. So I'll go through my whole team. In terms of, I know exactly what I did for every single turn. I can take you guys through. I used High Endermon's sub-skill for the defense increase. I used Venom Myotismon's main skill, hits 2 enemies. Boltmon hits 2 enemies. And if I need to clean something up, if I didn't counter enough, I have him for his sub-skill first, and then his main skill if it's absolutely necessary. And then there's no way that I don't get to the second wave after going through all those skills. It hasn't happened. It's not going to happen. If you guys use this exact same team. And then on the second wave, I use the defense break here, Venom Myotismon's sub-skill, and then Boltmon's sub-skill. They're all AoEs, and they're going to cleave out. There was not a single set wave that I wasn't able to cleave out. At all. Every time it worked, I was able to get through it. And then the third wave, I used High Endermon's sub-skill again. And then at this point, it's more in the air. What do you want to do if it's a tech team? You can use High Endermon's shock, and then Sequoiamon's main skill. You can, if you don't think you need a shock, you can use just the defense increase, the tech down skill, and then use Venom Myotismon or Boltmon's main skill for extra damage finishing up. And you're going to have your special coming in as well. So pick a monster that one-shots or can hit 2 enemies and they're able to kill things really fast. Don't waste your time with AoEs, don't waste your time with skills that are going to try to crowd control. Just do pure damage with your special. And that's going to help you a lot. I used up to level 20, I used Metal Garurumon where High Endermon is, and from level 21 to 50 I used this exact team every single level. Didn't have to switch anything out. For some reason I felt like level 21 was the hardest floor in the entire Underworld. It's the only one that I failed, pretty much. I failed one other floor, like level 39, I think I failed once, but everything else I was able to clear in one try. So I got through it fairly fast after I got past 21. But yeah, that's the thing. If you don't have High Endermon, use a healer, or there's another Digimon that does defense increase as well. You could try using a tankier team, like if you have tankier Digimon than Venom Myotismon and Boltmon and Sequoiamon, I would put those in. Maybe you have Noble Pumpkinmon, Piedmon, Creepymon. If you have those 3, you could use, again, ultimates, like Groundramon is really tanky. You can use. I'll show you guys the plugins as well, what I'm running on each Digimon, so that you guys get a sense of what I'm using. Okay, critical rate, speed. There's got to be a faster way I can do this. I think if I go in here, I can do it faster. Yeah, so critical rate, speed, counter rate, and then I bought all 10 of these in the shop. for 1% extra counter rate. Next one, I used him crit rate, speed, counter rate, and then that thing. And I have speed on them because I'm trying to beat the A rank tamer in the battle park, but it's not going super well. I have speed, crit rate, counter rate. That's kind of what I built all my attackers with, actually. I have pinpoint on him for him to clean up in crit rate, counter rate. High Endermon, I have speed, block rate. And a lot of my plugins are +3, so at 3 stars, these plugins, you can get through the Underworld. You don't have to have +4, +5. You can get through the whole Underworld with just +3. Same thing with Metal Gurumon. I had crit rate, speed, block, counter rate. High Endermon is the only one with block rate on. So he's the only tank in the team, I guess. It's my theory. And him countering wouldn't do anything, so it doesn't make sense to run counter on him. I only have this on him because this is all I have to put here. It's the only thing that I can put there. Yeah, that's the basic gist of it. So just remember, get your turn order down. Make sure you have enough damage to get through, but enough sustain to keep your damage healers alive. I finished a lot of these floors with just, 3 heroes left. Sometimes even 2. I think I finished a couple stages with like just High Endermon and Metal, or just High Endermon and War Greymon. So it doesn't have to be pretty or anything, you just have to get through the stage. And as you can see here, I have my eggs going, I have my Marine Ancientmon, I have my Plesiommon. At least I assume it's going to be Plesiommon. It says White Plesiosaur Trial Digi-Eggs, so I don't know what else it would be. So if you guys have any more questions on getting through the Underworld, you can leave a comment. A lot of the time, it's just maybe you have bad RNG and you need to try the stage again, because that happens too. And sometimes it's going to be as simple as just, hey Michelle, it's my girlfriend just walked in. Sometimes it's going to be as simple as you just need to use skills that are on Digimon that they aren't burned or aren't poisoned, so try stuff like that and see if that helps you. So anyway, I hope you guys are getting through them pretty easily. For what I've seen, a lot of people haven't been either trying Underworld or they aren't able to get through. So definitely start getting through that, getting your Digi-Eggs from that. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.